Hey peeps, I'm Richie, the R1 Gamer. November is only one step away from December and Christmas! So you better start that belated Christmas shopping. You know what makes a really great gift? My video games, of course. That's what I want in my stocking. Here are some of the games to hit the shelves in November. Coinciding with the movie release on November 6th, Activision have taken charge of publishing Snoopy's grand adventure based on the Peanuts movie. This side-scrolling platformer doesn't only look exciting, it's also cute to boot. Share a screen as Woodstock tags along in co-op player mode. Unlock costume accessories such as caps and collars to add some imagination to your adventure. Traverse the levels as an explorer, a bandit, or a spaceman, and reawaken the magic of the Snoopy dance. It's a grand adventure indeed as Snoopy and Woodstock give it their all to find the missing Charlie Brown. So climb aboard your doghouse, grab your goggles and take off into the unknown. Oh, and don't forget your blue blanket. 40 years after Black Ops 2, the action takes place in the year 2065. Thanks to the directed energy air defense system, no one has to worry about attacks from the sky anymore, so it's back to basics as soldiers return to the battlefront. Science and technology have advanced warfare to such an extreme that humans rarely go to war without a little bionic enhancement. The human race fear that technology has forever changed the world around them and not necessarily for the better. Flesh and blood is slowly being replaced by the artificial, and if robots wanted to take over, they wouldn't have to do much. Neural implants allow soldiers to interface with drones, battle droids and nanobots on the field, as well as the latest arms and equipment. But who needs weapons when you have the latest cybernetic upgrades? Cybernetic prosthetic limbs serve to provide augmented movement capabilities as well as both offensive and defensive assets. With war coordinated over the net, let's at least hope the Wi-Fi is better in the future. Here we have a world of funky technology, robot butlers and wholesome values, and all in a 50s aesthetic. At least it was until a nuclear disaster obliterated life as the norm and drove the human race into underground vaults for a few centuries. Emerging as the sole survivor from Vault 111, 200 years after the cataclysm, you must find your place in a world trying to piece itself back together any way people know how, all the while dealing with raiders, mutant monsters and rogue robots. Begin in Boston and set out to explore the region known as the Commonwealth. Technology is makeshift and scarce, with guns being pieced together with what looks like nails. And guess what? Dog meat is back as your full-time, unkillable sidekick. A new feature is that you can construct and deconstruct buildings to make a base for yourself and house your allies. Keep at it, and you may wind up with a town of your own. Chin up, survivor. Society is in your hands. From the mind of Yuji Naka, the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, here's one that has been 5 years in the making. Work began on a single-player story of a solo Sky Soldier in 2010 and was actually completed for the Wii in 2011, but sadly the release was cancelled. Kadokawa Games took its time with development and pushed for a Wii U and 3DS version of the game, and at long last it is hitting the shelves. The original Wii version will now come as a bonus with the Wii U version of the game, but only during the initial release. The gameplay makes use of the Wii U and 3DS touchscreens in order to assist Rodea in the performance of his aerodynamics in combat and traversing the skies. The mechanical empire of Naga invades the sky civilization of Garuda for their graviton energy. To prevent their success, Princess Cecilia entrusts half of the time key to her robot bodyguard Rodea, ensuring Garuda's safety. 1,000 years later, Rodea is found by Ion. Missing most of his memory, he continues his mission to guard Garuda. The world is full of dangerous mysteries, and nobody knows that better than Lara Croft. After her clash with the Trinity organization in the first game, she is determined to shine a light on secrets hidden for millennia in the farthest reaches of the globe. Lara and her friend Jonah begin their journey on an expedition to the frozen mountains of Siberia as they search for the ancient lost city of Kitez, where it is rumoured lies the tantalising secret of immortality. As with any tomb raid, there is more to it than climbing a few rocks and opening a few coffins. Battle for survival in the new cinematic survival action adventure against evil henchmen, wild animals, and most perilous of all, the forces of nature. As the two set off into the frozen mountains, Lara is more prepared than her first exploit. With her trusty climbing pickaxe in hand, you can craft whatever you need from the materials gathered from the world around you. We can expect an eventual PS4 and PC release, but dates are still unconfirmed. Remember to pack extra socks. What can I say about this one? What can't I say about this one? The clash between the forces of good and evil couldn't be portrayed in a more exciting universe than Star Wars. The mechanics of the game provide more diversity than simple pointing and shooting. Take down your targets from both first and third person perspective, whether you be foot soldier or fighter pilot. Console supports split screen gameplay, but with the hefty multiplayer of up to 40 players a match, you'll have no problem socialising. Visit the planets of Endor, Hoth, Tatooine, Sullust and Jakku as a soldier for the Rebel Alliance or as a stormtrooper in the Imperial forces. Each side is equipped with the tools of the trade, jump-boosting jetpacks, laser blasters and TIE fighters, not to mention the Imperial Walkers. Of course it wouldn't be Star Wars without the Jedi. Yes, even the Skywalkers couldn't stay away from this game. May the Force be with you. From the Pokemon Company and Spike Chunsoft comes another RPG in the Mystery Dungeon series. Begin the game by answering a few questions to determine which Pokemon you will play as throughout your journey. You can end up as any of the starters from any generation, or even Pikachu or Riolu. Not satisfied with the Pokemon fate determines for you? Then you can still decide for yourself what type of Pokemon you are. An unknown evil of immense power is turning all the legendary Pokemon into stone. How is this possible? Who is behind this nefarious scheme? That is for you to find out as you outwit adversaries, avoid traps, and explore the many dungeons on your path to the truth. Throughout the adventure, you will have the chance to meet everyone in the Pokédex, from Caterpie to Kyogre. The game is single player, but don't worry, some sprightly Poké Pals accompany you on your journey. If you're in Europe and are thinking of getting this for Christmas, think again. The rest of the world will have to wait until next year. Sounds like the fight is on, from the far future to the far galaxies, from Peanuts to Pokemon, from Tombs to Tatooine. There's a lot of fighting going on. No matter which game is your favourite, I'm sure you'll be victorious. I've heard that liking things is always a victory, so why not click that like button? Thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed what I've done, why not check out some of these other videos, like maybe as I work my way through the meat grinders of Rupture Farms on Oddworld, or as I discuss time travel trouble in video games. Feel free to share these videos on Facebook, Twitter, anywhere you please. It really helps me out. I'm Richie, the R1 Gamer. Stay magic and see you next time.